Well, welcome back. That was Senator Uche Ekwunife, the deputy governorship candidate of the APC in the forthcoming Anambra governorship election. Let's continue the conversation now with the Anambra election, this time with the governorship candidate of the New Nigeria People's Party. He's a retired Army colonel, he is a professor and an architect, Jeffrey Onyejebu. Welcome to Political Paradigm.
My pleasure, as always.
How is it in Anambra State? I mean, I've just come off a conversation with Senator Uche Ekwunife where she said that there was some tension in Anambra State because of the election. Last week when I spoke with Chief Victor Oyo on this, he said there was no tension. So I'm going to throw that to you and find out if there's let's get a third opinion now. What's the situation in Anambra State?
Well, Anambra, as usual, is the heartbeat of the nation. And being the heartbeat of the nation, if anybody tells you that something is not happening there, I don't think the person is correct. Things are happening. We are in the campaign mood, and I can always tell you that what trended most was when some party candidates decided to leave the campaign on issues, campaign on ideas, and then now dwelled on issue that borders on
personal matters?
Yes, Govt-related things that ought not to be what the Anambra would be expecting from them. So that trended, and I, in many media stations, had called out on them to please drop those things that these are not what the Anambra are expecting. They're expecting to hear how their lot will be bettered, to get back to the campaign issues. And I think for a week or so now, it has simmered down, and I will want it to continue. I'm happy you have been calling every interest stakeholders, from the party in power, from the opposition party, to come and weigh in on the way and the road to November 8, 2025.
So does it suggest now that in Anambra State, calm has been restored? There's no more tension in the state?
I think reasonably, in the last 7 days, 10 days, the calls some of us made in media stations across the country has started yielding fruit.
Okay, that's good to know. Well, let me ask you, with regard to the atmosphere, campaign atmosphere, does it seem like a level playing field? Is it fair for all parties involved as the campaign progresses?
Yeah, very fair. Anambra is a state that is most unique. Unique in the sense that the party in power in the state is not the party in power in the national level. Now, the other opposition parties, you can imagine Labour is there with Mr. Peter Obi, what he did in the last election. He's another leg from these two legs, not being in power in the state, not being in power at the center, you understand. Then, of course, my party is the third largest in the country, NNPP. We're the third largest party. We're also there. And
you're a retired Army colonel, so I think one of your interests would be security. And Anambra State in recent years has been experiencing some form of insecurity. That was further buttressed by Ekwunife when I spoke with her. What are your thoughts on how it's being handled by the government?
First, the insecurity situation in Anambra State is very grave. The arrangement and the address from the government is very abysmal. And but I don't blame the governor, really. I make excuses for him. Why? He's not trained. He has no experience. He has no knowledge of what to do. And I don't think he sought the help of those who have the background and the training and the experience. In 2021, I aspired in APC And I remember using a very coinage that has been so much used that the cliche is really running out of use. I said then, and that I will approach the security issues in Anambra State using both kinetic and non-kinetic approaches. I had, over time, progressively followed the trend of the insecurity, and then I have really changed from having the non-kinetic approach. This time, I changed everything to what I call boot on the ground, because then it was just in developing stage, but now it is full-blown. To the extent that some of our communities are completely sacked. We're talking about the communities like Mbosi, Lilu, Osumohu, Owerezukala. The people are, sacked by these non-state actors. And I think that anybody that is worth of his salt, that knows what he's doing as a governor, should move government house, I repeat, with emphasis, move government house in rotation to these 4 towns. Go and habit there with the criminal bandits and rout them out. And I do not think whoever cannot speak the language, where I come from, I said it takes the shrine keeper to know how to feed the shrine. So it takes the man who has the skill, the knowledge, to know the languages to speak to the security agencies, the military, the DSS, the police. If you don't have that knowledge, if you don't have that training, if you don't have that experience, you can't communicate properly with them. And they cannot even understand you. And then you will not achieve anything. So I have 4 unique skill sets, very rare, unique skill sets. Number 1 is security, background and training experience that I have. I was a brigade commander in Mokale, but I was a GOC in 2 divisions. I was the military attaché of this country in Washington, D.C. So local, national, and international. You understand? I have the training, I have this experience, and I don't think there's any in the field that is so equipped. Then the second skill set that is very unique and very rare is that I am a commerce-driven person. As a matter of fact, I was one of the biggest importers at the time at Alaba International Market. My shop number was H104. And then I have a friend that will always say you can always go and verify. So in verifying if what I'm saying is not as it is, people like Patrick Chido Olue of Chelsea, who are all contemporaries in Alaba, GC Mweze, owner of the Grand Square here from Ukulu, is one of those that we interfaced when we were doing the electronic business. Okay. Then the third unique skill set, I want to give the 4 because we'll get to them. All right. The third unique skill set, when I say unique, it's unique to the person, to me, is edupreneur. Edupreneur is that I am not just only an academic, I am also doing the business of education. I own KB International Academy, and we have started from creche through nursery, primary, secondary, and our university license is in the pipeline. And then finally, I am an architect. Being an architect, when you hear Dubai, African Dubai, Taiwan, I could imagine somebody was just dreaming, or after flipping through some magazines, or even visit to Dubai and saw those tall buildings, the Bujurat, the Burj Khalifa, and then he thought he could just come and replicate same in Anambra. But after 3 years, we could see that he does not have the knowledge, the training, and the background again to do that. Okay.
Prof, the difference between you and Governor Soludo is that he's served the people, and so he would be presenting, as he's doing now, his achievements and why he needs re-election. you have a hat that says "Make Anambra Great Again."
Sure.
So I'm going to ask you, under Chukwuma Soludo, what areas do you fault him that you think you want to improve on?
Professor Chukwuma Soludo, sorry again, if you see, I said Professor Chukwuma Soludo. I didn't say His Excellency, and I have a reason for that. Not saying His Excellency is that he's an academic like me, and we know when a child performs below 30%, you don't give him an excellent grade. So if you don't see me refer to him as His Excellency, it's because in my score, I marked him low. He scored below 30%. Now you ask the difference, what you understand. I expected that if he has things to campaign with, it should be what he has done, as against where he is in Anambra State and to the next level where he wants to take Anambra State. But because he had nothing to campaign with, you're telling me, oh, I did a government house that was not done for so many years. That is a house we are living in. And like so many people said, I am an architect.
He said he's done so much in the health sector, cancer screening centers. He's employed, I think, 1,000 doctors. He's employed 5,000 teachers in the education sector. He's upgraded schools in the state. Are those not?
In much as we try to verify most of those things, and then we didn't get them as they were reeled out. We decided to look at things that are tangible that you can hold. You understand? We couldn't get a hold on that because my team, we were working on every aspect of, you understand, life, social sectors. Is it education? Is it health? You understand? And we couldn't verify that much. So I wouldn't say they lied. I wouldn't say it is there, but we could not verify them. We tried, but we didn't get the figures as they were reeled out.
How about infrastructure?
Now, that's exactly where I wanted to say something.
Okay.
Now, you did government house. By scale of priority, you understand, where I live as a governor, is it not me who had been telling people that as a governor, because of insecurity, government house will be moved to Osumohu. Government house will move to Lilu, the forest of Lilu. Government house will move to the forest of Owerezukala, the forest of Umbos. You understand? So to me, I do not attach any priority to the accommodation of where air conditioner and lights are. Because I can't see where I can put it in a priority scale to the needs of Anambra. I am talking about what is uppermost. So if you go do government house, I am questioning your priority. How do you play? Is it your comfort against the security of Anambra? Which one comes first? Then you move from that. You did an amusement park, Fun City. I am like, fine, well, good for the children in Oka. But what of children in Onitsha, that is a bigger city? Nnewi, that is the commercial and industrial hub of the state. And then other here like Kulobia and the rest. What about the children in those places? So I am finding it difficult not to fault his sense of priority. Now, you are doing a flyover somewhere, you understand, just to impress your people, okay? How much revenue does that place you placed a flyover, you understand, to solve the traffic problem? How much internally generated IGR revenue do that location as against Nnewi or Onitsha? Well, Onitsha had some, but Nnewi had none, you understand? Oka had some. So I think, again, issue of priority, you understand. I keep having to say this, that I have so much regard and respect for some of our previous governors, somebody like Mr. Pitobi, you understand. I noted that he never started anything in Agolo or Anocha until 6 months to the end of his 8 years tenure. That is when he started what he did there. So, but if you from day one just start from your place, you are bound to make the kind of mistakes he has made. You understand? Now, Chris Ngige, also a past governor of the state, done wonderfully well. The roads he did, solid roads. You understand? By the way, Peter did a lot of internal korokoro roads that, you come from a back road from Ichi, through Midi John, you're already in Oka, bypassing Onitsha. 35 minutes. He did it in most places in the state. Then,
Is Soludo not embarking on road projects? Because it seems like he's...
you see, most of the...
Even the Colombia that you mentioned, clearly he is also awarded the 37.95 billion Naira project for that. It's a
and that is where he is doing the flyover. And I am questioning the priority in that place compared to where you are getting the money. Most of the money you use in the state are from IGR. You can't live in Newi for crying out loud and say your first choice will be a club around where you come from. You understand? You will go to where the money basket, where you're getting the money.
You know one thing.
I had wanted to say this before we just finished. When I was saying some of our previous governors, you look at someone like Obiano. I don't care what anybody said. Each time I fly that airport in Umueri, I just felt, let's keep having governors like Obiano. I don't care what people say, but this is my opinion. That if in whatever they say, he can give us that airport, you understand? Let every governor come and give us something similar to that. I think I mentioned two of them.
What is your priority for the people of Anambra?
My priority.
I say this because the PCL rating put Anambra State at 34, which the government has, countered now, at 34 of one of the worst states to live in Nigeria.
Okay. You see, let me share this with you. Anambra State is the least land, per square miles or square kilometers, okay, the 35th. I think Lagos State brought the bottom, followed by Anambra State. Now, if you ask me in infrastructure, what I am going to do, from day one, I will give 6 months to issue of security. Once I secure the state secured, which I know from what I have told you, given the models I have worked over years, the first infrastructure that I will do is what you call the Straßenbahn. The Germans call the Straßenbahn, that the street train. I'll start from Oka to Onitsha, through Newi to Ihiala, then jump across the spur to Umunze, okay, in Orumba South, and then come back to Ekulobia, and then through Nanka to Oka back. Now, you will stay anywhere, like you can stay in Ichi, in Ekusigo, and you're a civil servant in Oka, you commute by the street trains. It is not a rocket science. Anambra State, the GDP is 5.6 trillion. It's number 6 in the state. And with even a GDP to a capital income ratio of $2,002, we are one of the highest. Therefore, I cannot really understand if you're a governor, things like this will be a problem for you to do. So you have added security and the infrastructure.
Okay, very well. As we say goodbye here, I just want to find out from you what your level of confidence is going into this election against the APC at the national level, fielding a candidate in Anambra State. APGA has always held sway. People have described it as the Anambra Party. And then there's the Labour Party, and then PDP. Where does NNPP come in all these, and what's your level of confidence?
You see, NNPP brings the required fresh air that is needed in all this. And they now have a wonderful candidate in me. I didn't know I'm this wonderful until the sitting vice president, Osibajo, we are on live national program, and Osibajo is alive. You understand? Until after 14 of us who were candidates in APC in 2021, we are made to have 2 minutes to pitch on our manifesto, who we are and what program we have for the state. Osibajo was seated as the vice president. We had some of our governors. Kenan Namani, also alive, still alive, was the leader of the Southeast. After I finished, I think I was second to the last person. After I finished speaking, Osibajo just threw protocol, Vice President Osibajo threw protocol and caution to the wind. He now said, what Colonel, then I have not said lecturing, what Colonel Dr. Architect Geoffrey Onyejebu has no shelf life, either in Walmart or in ShopRite, meaning that you can't buy them off the shelf. That he now turned to Kenan, I will hold you personally responsible if he does not emerge as the candidate of the party. Before he said that, 3 days before he said that, there is this honorable House member called Emeke Nwobo. He was representing Oka North and South Federal Constituency. Emeke Nwobo, after screening the entire candidates, or aspirants at the time, said the only person that can debate, because Soludo has already picked APGA ticket, Professor Chukuma Soludo has already picked APGA ticket, that the only person that can debate him, in fact, is Colonel Professor Geoffrey Onyejebu, that I will chew him like crackers biscuits.
We're definitely looking
you understand?
forward to.
There are so many schemes to skim some of us off because they know those that can. You know the sham we had in 2021, we don't want to have it. Yeah. I've told them my party is the third largest party. Anyhow you want to do it, I'll be there. If you want to do the entire 14, 15 of us, I'll be there. If you want to do 3, I'll be there.
Prof, I'd like to thank you very much for coming on Political Paradigm.
Thank you, Terry.
And I wish you well as you go on with this.
I thank you. I keep referring you as legendary Terry.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
For your kind words.
Nigerians, thank you. Anambra, thank you all.
You're most welcome. I've been speaking with Professor Geoffrey Onyejebu. He's also a retired Army colonel and an architect. If you'd like to catch the entire interview, again, please go to YouTube and search Political Paradigm or simply go to channelstv.com. I'm Terry Kumi. Goodbye.